Yo everybody, welcome back to Dark Souls 1 Remastered. Last time out we descended into the demon ruins and took on Ceaseless Discharge. It wasn't too much of a challenge. We sort of cheesed them out, got ourselves 25,000 souls, worked our way back up to the parish to buy the Crest of Artorias, opened this door right here to provide us a little bit of a shortcut and a soul farm, hit this bonfire, defeated the Moonlight Butterfly and got ourselves some good stuff to use at the blacksmith. Today we're going to begin a movement up towards the Undead Burg again and head down to take on the Capra Demon and access the depths. It's going to be a bit of a pain. The Capra Demon is not a great boss, it's not fun to fight, quite frustrating. Hopefully with the way our stat line is and things, since we've already fought a couple of bosses and got some upgrades on our weapon, he shouldn't be too bad to take on. But we'll see as we go. Today also marks the beginning of a different kind of recording setup. We were previously doing one 30-minute episode a week. We're now changing it up to two 15-minute episodes a week. It doesn't seem like much of a change, but I just think that it might be a little bit more digestible if people can only really need to commit 50 minutes at a time to watch an episode. So hopefully we'll see something change with that. Let me know what you guys think down below. Is this tree dude is still alive? Where did he come from? Yeah, let me know if you think that it's better to just sit and get it all out the way in the 130 minute sitting if you like watching these videos, or if you prefer to have it in sort of 15-minute chunks so that you can kind of watch one, go do something else with your day, and then maybe return later for another one. But as you can see here, we're going a little bit of a different route, not back to the parish, because it means going back to Andre and fighting our way backwards through everything that we did in the first couple of episodes to get towards the Lower Burg. We don't want to do that. We're going to go a bit of a different way. So we've got a bit of a crystal lizard here. Yeah. Oh, we got him. Yay! Twinkling Titanite and a Titanite chunk. Yeah, I always worry about that because the Claymore swing seems a bit high, so it might not always hit it. Are we going down too low? I think we might be. No, we're not. No, not yet, I don't think. Basically, we want to head sort of up there. Oh yeah, I think it's over there, that's fine. So you can drop off here and get some leather armor and stuff and a little bow and arrow. If you want to keep heading down the way, you can. That will take you to a bonfire with a Black Knight right next to it. That Black Knight has a chance to drop the Black Knight Halberd, which is arguably the best weapon in the game. So if you feel like doing that, go ahead. There is a method to sort of cheese him. He does actually have quite a good shield. Okay, we're gonna go. The shield's kind of good. I think it's not great perhaps defensively, but it has an added effect which will become very useful for us. I think I've forgotten how to go down here. Yep, so here's our buddy right there. He's already coming for a bit of the action. We're just going to drop down here. Grass Crest Shield. He unfortunately can't really be... if you run on here, you can grab the bonfire. You can't really forest guardian him, you can't really knock him off. Or make him jump off, sorry, you can knock him off. That's probably the most common way to take care of him. We'll give it a go. Give it a go. I know we're now compressed for time in these episodes, but if we don't try and have a little bit of fun, then what's the point? So, where is it, dude? Where is he? Where the hell did he go? There's it. So, what you want to do is kind of get him to... Oh, yep. So, that's what you want to do to him. Do your best not to be the one to fall off. Make him fall off. Basically, we're going to try and get him there, dodge his attack, stab him in the back, and send him off the edge if we can. What we did get was the Grass Crest Shield. What's its defending? It's actually a little bit better than the one we've been running with, so that's pretty good. But what it actually does is make your stamina regen faster. So it is pretty useful. There's a ring in the game you can get also that has a similar effect. We didn't pick up, but it's down in Blighttown. How did he miss me there? Don't really care. Ow. Yep, there we go. So hopefully... Yep, bye-bye. And we got the shield and blue Titanite chunk. Shield is, I think, it's down as a shield on description, but I think it's actually a great shield. Is that right? No, it's just a shield with 100 defense physical. That's actually pretty good. We might make use of that at some point, actually. 100% physical reduction and 95% on fire. That could be quite useful when we head back down to the Demon Ruins and we start taking on a lot more fire enemies. But that's how you take care of that guy. If you're very lucky, you will drop the Black Knight Halberd. It takes a little bit of stat investment early on and requires Twinkle and Titanite to upgrade, but it is actually genuinely one of the best weapons in the game. So if you want to run a build that kind of manages that, then go for it. There is a way to farm it later in the game, but by that point you're pretty much done everything. Ignore these guys for now. There's a lot of stuff to do down in that neck of the woods, but I'd rather we didn't jeopardise any more time here. We will come back to that a little bit later to show you how to access the DLC. Now, if you remember, in one of the first 2 episodes, I talked about the tower you could go down, which had an NPC called Havel in it, who was very strong and could kill you in one hit. It's probably still the case. He does hit very, very hard, and he's on the other side of this door. Da-da-da-da. And I pressed roll and I did not roll. But I survived. That's actually pretty good. In the OG version of the game, in the original version, if you're playing on that, then you can just sprint all the way up to the top of the tower and then Havel will stop chasing you. In this version, I don't believe that's the case. In this version, I think he can follow you all the way through the door and into the next room. So don't get tricked by that. Don't think you can try and leash him at the door and get away with it. He's still hot on our tail. And as you can see here, we're back in the Undead Burg. Yay! So, yep, there you go. Havel is still chasing us. In the original version of the game, he will not do that. He will stop chasing you way further back. I'm hoping he doesn't follow us all the way into this arena. He does. Oh my god, he's actually still going. And that is his leash point. That is where he stops. That would be quite cool. I'd actually quite like to try and take him on here. Nope. Always get those counter hits in. Whoop. I can't believe how far he actually chased us up there. I've never seen that before in my life. I know he could follow you into the top, the kind of base of the tower where you come in from the beginning of the game, but I did not know he would follow you all the way up into the Taurus Demon area. That's quite interesting information actually. So here we are. You might remember this area as Solaire being down there and the fire breathing dragon running that neck of the woods. Well, we are going through here. And that is the key, I believe, that we got from the other side of the gate at the front door of the Undead Parish in episode 2, I think. This is a reverse Snake Eater ladder. One of the longest ladders in video games. I don't want to drop off it, but I feel like if you double tap or triple tap circle, you can maybe slide or drop. I can't remember which one it is. I know in Dark Souls 2 it's definitely a slide. But we don't want to accidentally drop off and die. And then we head into the Lower Burg. Does it even get its own wee title card? I don't think that it does. No. We want to come down here first because you kind of maybe want to aggro the dogs. The dogs are going to be the worst thing. Well, everything's the worst thing down here. This is a really annoying area, quite frankly. First thing you really want to do is access this door and make sure it's open. You can kill these guys. Mr. Swordy Shieldy wants to come in. You get him too. There's another guy back there who's aggroed. I feel like we've got one of those hyper aggressive enemy mods on. Everyone's wanting to square goes for 2 miles away. And we'll go back to Old Faithful here. You'll remember this bonfire, of course. From me back at the beginning and he's managed to hit us and we're sitting there. But that's fine. It's just so we've got a closer point. We don't end up having to run all the way back up from the forest again. When things inevitably go wrong, because the Capra Demon is horrible to fight. Oh. Got away with that one. That's fine. Oh. You can tell I'm very unfamiliar with this area. I just try and skip it if I can until the very end of the game. But I want to show you guys the best way to get an upgraded weapon. So we're going to have a go. So, first things first. Dogs. Horrible to deal with. The poke from the claymore there, getting 2 of them. Another reason why it's an incredibly valuable asset to have. Your main enemies in this area are going to be annoying hollows that try and trip you up and trick you and things like that. But also these thief hollows who can backstab you and kill you pretty much instantly. So don't do that. If we have a look around, you should be able to find a door.
Somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody help me.
This is... He's from Vinheim. But pretty much you require the residence key. This door will not open with the master key. It's one of the very few doors in the game where you actually need the key to open it. The master key won't open this. But if you open it and head in, you'll meet this guy who's Griggs. Griggs of Vinheim, yes?
Brilliant. Thank you. I am Griggs of Vinheim.
Yeah, Griggs. No worries. So if you're running a sorcerer build or anything like that, you probably want to try and come down and speak to this guy as soon as possible. Are you going to give us some stuff? No. Okay, so he's going to return to Firelink Shrine. So next time you go back to Firelink, he will be there and you can start buying sorceries and sorcery rings off him and things like that. So if you're running a sorcerer, do that. Interesting thing to note, there's a dead sorcerer 2 feet away from him. And he's got all the sorcery things on him. So if you want to start a sorcery build and you don't have any of the equipment, here's where else to get it. But this kind of actually feeds in to Griggs' storyline. So he intertwines with another NPC, and he has a lot more to him. And it is actually quite an interesting story, if you wish to listen to it. Is this just a dead end? Try luring it out. Oh, okay, yeah, I see what's going on here. Lots of flame boys. So, I don't know if these guys are as strong as the torch-wielding hollows that we'll run into later in the game, but those guys... Oh, you're going to learn to hate those guys. They have this sort of like... They have these swipes and the Russian attack, but they also have this weird sort of like stabbing attack, which seems to just come out instantly. No matter how fast your attack animation is, that stabbing attack from the flame will always get it first. And it'll do some decent damage. There's another dog here. You really want to deal with them before you move too far into this place. Keep your ears peeled. As you head here, you'll start to hear doors opening. Yep. And now you want to kind of try and get all these guys together. There's quite a few of them. You'll see they also have the buckler attached. They will parry you if you give them the opportunity. Try not to do that. Their bandit knives inflict bleed, which is something you really don't want to get hit by. They do go down in one heavy attack at this point from us, so that's pretty decent. We are far from done, unfortunately. As we've got Mailbreaker, not great. Probably wouldn't recommend using it. It's just a pretty poor dagger, if I'm honest. You probably want what they drop. I don't know if they actually drop their weapon, the bandit knife. If you can get them to drop the bandit knife, then definitely try and get one if you want to use knives. Again, probably wouldn't even recommend using knives, but if you want to do it, then do it. There's guys lurking around every corner here. You want to try and move as slow as possible. That was a good poke. That was also good timing. He did have a shield raised. If we'd mistimed that, we would have got a nice little parry on us. If they do backstab you, there is one thing you can be happy about, and it's that it's a really cool animation. We're dead too. Sounded like there was still one more dog. There's the thief stuff with the target shield. So the target shield, is that the name for the buckler, or is the buckler still in this? Who knows, but the target shield gives you a better parry window. So if you like to use parries, then maybe consider putting the target shield on. Okay, Capra Demon coming up. We're going to try a couple of different strategies. We'll see what happens. All I will say is that as soon as you walk through this fog gate, dodge to the left. There is a set of stairs at the back left. You want to get to them as soon as you can. Alright, so here we go. Not an ideal start. And that was kind of bullshit hit detection, but okay. You want to go up here. Heal up if you can. He'll miss you. You plunge and attack him. Ideally we want the dog to come up first, which he's now doing. Uh-oh. Hi buddy. Oh. Yeah. So we're going to try and stick here for a second. Make sure we get the dog. God damn it. I hate that guy so much. So we're at Estus, but that's fine. Oh, that is the attack you don't want to see. To be honest, I'm quietly optimistic that we are now through the worst of it. Come on. Oh. Oh dear, that was so close. But I don't care. I despise that boss, and he is dead. Jeez oh. So, yeah, where do we begin? He has a dog either side of him. That's bullshit. If you dodge to the right, you're going to hit this dead end. You'll have 2 dogs and the Capra Demon surrounding you in this corner, and you're going to die. You want to go over to the left. You'll probably get caught like I did. If you're lucky, you'll get through the gap up here. Ideally, what you want to do is try and get the dogs coming at you so you can just stab at them, take them out. He will try and attack you from the stairs, fall down, you plunge and attack him, and you just do that over and over and over again. And that is the best way to take care of the Capra Demon. He's very frustrating. His boss area is tiny. He doesn't need to have 2 dogs alongside him. I don't understand the reasoning for any of that design. But he's down, he's dead. We have the key to the depths, and in the next episode we can go pick up our Ember and we can continue our upgrades before we move on to Sen's Fortress. So that's going to be everything for it today. Or today, for this episode at least. Next time we are going to go down into the depths, just the first half of it, to make sure we get the large Ember, and we can move our way back to Andre and start upgrading our weapon again. We want to try and get our Claymore as close to perfect as we can before we start to make the move on Sen's Fortress. So perhaps, depending on how it goes, next episode might be a little bit shorter. Might not even make the 15 minutes, but we'll see. If you enjoyed this video, guys, please feel free to leave a like. Please leave a comment below, leave me some feedback. What do you think about the new timing system? Or, you know, if you get any suggestions for what you want to see here on the channel, please let me know. The comment section is there for a reason. If you enjoyed this and want to see more of this walkthrough, more of like these guides and similar guides to it, then think about subbing to the channel perhaps. But that's everything for me in this episode, guys. Until next time, we are all in this together, so please look after one another, okay? See ya.